Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event.
Oh, yeah!
Are you ready?
And now, broadcasting live from MainEventMadness.com and brought to you by Spreaker, it's Main Event Madness. Our wrestling, your sports, simply madness. And now, here are your hosts, Al Merriman and John Curry.
One shot, everything rides on tonight. Even if I got 3 strikes, I'ma go for it. This moment, we own it. I ride or die to be played with because it can get dangerous. See, I ride or die, people I ride with. This moment, we own it. This moment, we own it. I ride or die for mine. I'm ride or die material. One life to live, so here we go. This moment.
That's right, folks. It's another edition of Main Event Madness. This is the Cuban sensation, Alfonso Merriman, with my partner in crime, the original Yankee, John Curry. And we're still trying to figure out what Wayne Daly's nickname is.
He's
Because I don't
the
know
Shamrock
what
Shake.
What is it?
He is Wayne the Shamrock Shake Daly.
It's like
I
an
love
MMA.
it. He's got the shake on with the shamrock. All right, folks. That's right. It's the three of us. We're live better than ever. It's Thursday night. Some of us might be a little high because it was RVD day Monday night, but whatever. Let's just ride and enjoy the show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm excited. Wayne is back, and he's up. I don't even know what time. I think it's actually tomorrow where Wayne lives. And
Would you like me to tell you where it is? Or what day it is where Wayne is right now?
Is it like, wait, Wayne, is it like Saturday over there, or are you guys pushing to Sunday already?
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
How's it going, Wayne?
It's not Friday. It's the day after tomorrow.
Duh.
What the hell?
What the hell? That's a pretty good movie, right? Is it a day after tomorrow with Ben Affleck?
Oh, yeah, no, that was with Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid, but close enough. Actually, not really, but
That's pretty bad.
a happy belated, actually. Well, that one didn't want to play.
Hump day.
Get happy.
A happy belated
Get happy.
to you, Al. Did
Yes,
you celebrate well?
I'm sorry?
I said, did you guys celebrate well?
Not really. I'm still, trying to figure things out in that department. No, yeah, it was a great hump day. My wife was sick, which that's always a good thing, right? She had a fever yesterday. I had to leave work early to try to get her better, but everything's good now.
Everything's all good in the hood
Everything's all good in the hood.
of Hialeah, Florida.
That's right, folks. All right, we got a jam-packed show, and there's stuff here that I don't even know what happened this week. I've been so busy with this new job. Monday Night Raw was the last Raw going into Extreme Rules. I posted something on Twitter today. It's like, I feel like the WWE sometimes are like my Miami Dolphins. I want to be behind them 100% all the time. So sometimes they just make it so freaking hard.
Well, we're a little late on this, but before we get into Raw, man, there's a little something I want to get to. Wayne, should I play it or no?
I don't even know what you're gonna play.
So that's a yes.
The following is a breaking news alert brought to you by Main Event Madness.
This better be good.
Well, Wayne told me about an hour ago when I woke up. Ah, God, I can't believe it was only an hour ago that I slept. It felt like longer than that. Dave Meltzer reported Daniel Bryan is out 5 to 6 weeks.
And now And it's funny because I keep on seeing conflicting reports that's going to be 2 months, and now it's 5, 6 months. But you know
6
what?
weeks, not months.
Oh, 6 weeks. Okay, I thought you said months. Well, let me tell you, the WWE looks smart now, putting the strap or giving him the opportunity to become world heavyweight champion again.
Yep.
Imagine if it would have happened 2 years in a row. What everybody?
Oh, I
would
saw
be
some people
talking about
commenting on that.
management.
I saw some people commenting on that, well, you know, in hindsight, at least now, looking back at it, at least they didn't. You know, but I want to ask both you guys, does Daniel Bryan ever hold another championship in WWE?
Yes.
Yes. Unless he's
Quid pro-
significantly, unless he retires. Like I don't know, like unless this is injury, where that's it. You know, why wouldn't he be champion? I mean, why not?
Injury concerns?
Well, I mean, you know, that's always a
2 springs in a row, 2 injuries with his neck. Is it his neck, Wayne?
No, they're saying concussion issues, right, Wayne?
There's reports from the European tour that he sent home for concussion, and there's reports that he was sent home for a neck issue. Nothing's come out on either end from WWE or from Daniel Bryan. So no one really knows what's going on.
Let me tell you, you know why that's scary to me? Because a lot, you know, WWE lately has had the tendency to tell us what's really happening, and the fact that they're keeping it so hush, kind of like they did throughout this whole Daniel. There was moments during the time Daniel Bryan was gone from the company after last year's WrestleMania that things became real hush, and nobody knew what was going on. That's what gets me a little bit worried that they're not really confirming what's going on, and he seems to be day to day, and you know that's not a good thing. I know they're doing their due diligence. At least we hope.
Woo! Fancy wording by Al.
I'm sorry?
I said, woo! Fancy wording by Al.
Hey man, when you got some cranberry and vodka and you on a Thursday night, some fancy words are gonna come out of your mouth. Just gotta say.
Like all WWE said is that they're doing diagnostic testing. But as I said to John off air numerous times, it actually kind of reminds me of Edge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're right. That's why you got a little bit scared for him, you know, so hey, let's hope he comes back and he's able to come back. I mean, we never know what's really going to happen there. I do want to call everybody out on Twitter. Please retweet us, follow us. John's Twitter handle is John MEM Radio. With John's Twitter handle, you can find out all of our news for Main Event Madness, including our past interviews with some great people like CJ Parker recently and Miami Herald's Scott Fishman. If you guys head over to Wayne Daly with his site, wrestling-news.net, follow him on Twitter, WN_, and I'm going to get it fucked up, WN_nets. So that's WN_NET. And then me, I just post nonsense. I got a wrestling news report, but, you know, visit wrestlingnews.net for your news, and I just post some nonsense like I was doing today about the Dolphins and everything else. So feel free to follow us. Mine is Alfonso and Merriman. Like I was saying, we got a jam-packed show. And back to Daniel Bryan. Hopefully it's not a situation like you're saying. It's scary how similar it looks like the situation with Edge.
And the worst part is that Edge had the neck fusion and Bryan didn't even have that. That's what's scary for Bryan.
It's going to be touch and go for the next couple. And what, Wayne, did this happen? This happened in the that could happen in the tour over there. So whatever injury he sustained was at one of those live shows, right, Wayne?
No. It's believed.
Or was it prior?
It's believed he suffered at the European tour, but there's no confirmation on that.
Okay.
Probably happened at freaking SmackDown after WrestleMania.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Now that I think of it, there was reports that came out that he was pulled from this tour. So it may have happened before.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it happened at SmackDown after WrestleMania.
It may have. It may have. So, I mean, you know, Wayne's trying to get his sources, and there's, you know, a bunch of news out there. Obviously, when there's a bunch of news out there, there's obviously something happening, and we're trying to sort it out for you guys. So just stay tuned to that. I think we're safe to continue on and talk about this week's Monday Night Raw.
Sure.
Go ahead, John.
No, I was just saying, sure, let's do it.
All right, sounds good. And wait, are you going to stick around with us the whole 2 hours? Did you drink some of your coffee?
I had about an hour.
He put some Irish cream in his coffee.
Some Irish. I drank some of my coffee earlier too, some Cuban coffee. So, yeah. And I'm all right. So Raw, Monday Night Raw this week. Sorry, I'm just.
I just see the photo John sent me.
Oh, here you go. What? Just because you got to tweet that stuff out. Well, what's the photo?
On the top part it says Naomi and Lana, and on the bottom part it says Anal and I Moan.
Oh, that's not right, you bastards. That's funny. I love that. That's funny. Okay. All right, so we're live. And you know what?
We're live, baby, live!
We're not only live we're live from around the world literally right now. So I'm from Miami, Florida. John, you got to give a shout out to your city.
I'm going to say Syracuse, New York, because the town I live in fucking sucks. But
And then Wayne.
is from Ireland.
I know, you got to give a shout out to your homeland there. All right, guys. Monday Night
Repping the
Raw.
315 on Main Event Madness, that's all I'll say. Not too many people are fond of the town that I live in. It's like a black hole. I'm not going to have any hometown fans anymore. Which actually, you know what's awesome? And you want to talk small world? My parents met up with somebody that, I don't know if they knew from when they went to a bar or something. They were out at the store or something. And my stepmom mentioned that I do a podcast. And guy's like, oh yeah, I listen to it. I listen to him every week. Me and my son listen to him every week.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
How old is his son?
I have no idea.
Well, you're gonna.
If I knew their names or anything, I would give them a shout out. But
all right, well, you're gonna have to clean up your cursing now.
Fuck that shit.
Wayne, did you have a chance to hear last week's show?
I set a record with like 8 F-bombs in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, in the first 10 seconds of the show, John just F-bombed the hell out of the show. Like, he put me to shame. And I know how to use the F-bomb. I was like, damn, man.
I didn't say it that much because Al swears far too much. No, you weren't. Shut up. You were probably like, that's my boy.
I was like, man, he's wearing his big pants tonight. All right, so this week we had a cage over the ring at Monday Night Raw in Albany, New York. The likes of Matt Boone and
don't even say it.
I really hate Ryan Clark or Ryan. I don't know what the guy.
Dingleberry.
Anyways, they were there, but our John Curry didn't have the balls to drive over to Albany. Anyway.
See, it's easy for Al to say that. Because Al didn't have the option of going to Raw. Mind you, this is the same guy that walked out of Monday Night Raw 5 years ago.
Man.
The night the Nexus debuted.
And you know what? Now we're sitting here saying the Nexus who? Never mind. That was horrible. That was a horrible comeback.
And
wanted to open up with Randy Orton.
And he's giving me crap and forgetting the fact that I was just at WrestleMania 31.
No, I didn't want you to rub that in my face, so I was trying to move on from that.
And we tried to get him to go with us, and he wouldn't go.
All right, no, in all sincerity and seriousness.
All right, so Raw opened up with the Viper Randy Orton, who broke the fourth wall the most that it's ever been since CM Punk cut his promo around the world.
I was about to tell you, Randy Orton's promo on Monday Night Raw, I mean, almost gave me goosebumps. I thought he did a great job.
I wouldn't go that far. I did get a good laugh at it when he said that, well, when the segment's done, it's going to go to commercial. And when it goes to commercial...
What the fuck? That was funny. That was bad. And then Dean Ambrose comes out. I'm like, this looks... I don't know what was worse, that Randy Orton said that or Dean Ambrose came out. Like, I guess Dean Ambrose kind of screwed it all up.
And then, what did he say? He's going to RKO every son of a bitch that he finds, which, oh my god, he swore.
Hey,
Actually, you can't even say that anymore, because all Orton does is swear.
And you heard he rated or bi-rated, whatever the hell that word is, a bunch of people at an airport saying that,
Listen.
how can you ask for an autograph if blah, blah, blah. Shut the. It's a
But you know what, though, dude? At the same time, I get that the people are upset. He just got off probably at least a 12-hour flight coming from Europe.
Exactly.
We're back
and I think
off.
Ray should agree with me. He was well rested.
No!
Yes.
No! He was
Wayne, come on, Wayne.
12 hours of jet lag, dude. Seriously?
Jet lag.
I'm actually on Randy Orton's side. It wasn't the time or the place, man.
No! If you want to say, hey, Randy, what's up, and try to get, like, a picture of him, not even a picture with him, but a picture of him, and try to be like, hey, Randy, what's up? That's fine. But then when you're sitting there begging the dude for an autograph and he just got off a flight from Europe, come on now. In the peak hours of the night/morning, too. Because wasn't this like 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. I mean, whatever time it is, I'll be honest with you. For me, I'm not that type of person to go up to a celebrity and unless a guy's sitting next to me in a bar or I paid tickets to go meet the fucking guy like I did with Jeff Hardy.
There's one F-bomb for Al.
I'm sorry?
I said there's one F-bomb for Al.
Oh, no, that was my second one. You didn't hear the first one.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a counter, like a little ding or something like that sound effect. So that way every time one of us swears we can ding.
No, but I'll agree with Randy Orton to an extent. I'm fans that I'm not gonna go I went to Monday Night Raw a few years back
when the Nexus debuted and Al didn't stick around for it.
No, this was a different guys. Jeff Hardy was there, so we're talking about a while back at the American Airlines Arena where the Miami Heat played.
Oh.
And the problem with the arena is where all the stars and players come out. It's right in the middle of the road between the arena and Bayside. So Jeff Hardy is coming out of the arena in his rental car with his girlfriend at the time, and about 20 fans went. He couldn't even drive anymore. The cops had to come. It was like a freaking hot mess. I'm not one of those type of fans. I'll be like, all right, I'll take a picture from far away unless I bought a ticket to go meet you. I can't do that. I feel like a jackass if I do. These guys are other human beings just like us. But I mean, that is the price of fame.
I can't really say anything about that because I was at Access. I didn't do anything crazy like that, and we're walking around seeing all the different like exhibits, or if you want to call them that, and the Bellas had a meet and greet. Now, mind you, all that was separating me and the Bellas was like a small row, like one, maybe 2 rows of people and a little metal barricade. And then, of course, the group of fans backs out, or like thins out a little bit, whip out the tablet, my phone, grab probably damn near as good of pictures as anybody got with the meet and greet. And then went and did went to see the Ultimate Warrior stuff. Go back, and then there's people trying to go up and get pictures of Bellas. Like, no, this is for people who paid for tickets only. You guys can't be taking pictures like that. So I'd be like, motherfuckers, you guys didn't get.
I've met them before. Better in person or on TV?
I'd say in person.
Yeah, I was shocked.
They're much better looking than people give them credit for.
Yeah, I was shocked, and I'm like, no disrespect to my wife or anything, but when I saw them in person, I was like, okay, this is a night and day. It's kind of weird. Damn, I know this.
Al just committed marriage suicide with that comment, folks.
No, hopefully she's not listening. I profess my love in front of everybody that's listening right now.
Oh.
I'm out of the doghouse.
Womp, 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 womp,
Two
womp.
words for that. Half lame.
All right, Wayne, I'm happy you're back. For some reason, when I was watching Monday Night Raw until I could, because I fell asleep as usual.
I'm glad Al watched Monday Night Raw first of all.
I'm an old fart and I fall asleep before the end of it. But when I saw this, for some reason, Mr. Daly, you came to my mind, and I wanted to sincerely know your take on this feud. And this is like, I don't know why you came out to me, but when after Randy Orton came out, Dean Ambrose came out, and then they're okay. Here we go, Ambrose versus Harper now. These are 2 guys that were in significant roles a year and a half ago. One with the Wyatt family, and obviously Dean Ambrose was selling more merchandise at one point than John Cena. What is your take on this feud between Harper and Ambrose? For me, it's tough to watch. I don't know why, because I feel like Ambrose could be doing so much more. But what is your take, Wayne?
First off, I fell asleep as well, John Raw.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I fell asleep as well, John Raw.
Yeah, he fell out. He fell out asleep on Raw too.
I can't really say anything because I didn't watch much of Raw. I was actually watching Arrow instead.
As for Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper, to me, it's going to be a short feud. It's not going to be anything special. Well, it could be something special, but it's not going to be anything like you're going to say match of the year candidate for.
I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, Wayne. You're sitting there, you're making the comment about the spots that they're in. You got to remember, Al, that there's only 2 or 3 spots for a main event title picture. And I mean, right now, Randy Orton is white hot with the fans for the most part. So I mean, to sit there and say, oh well, to see where they are now, I mean, all these guys are going to fluctuate from the mid card to the main event. It's the luxury of having so many guys that they could throw into the main event at any time, whether it's Reigns, Rollins, Ambrose, Randy Orton, John Cena, God forbid, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus. I'm not even going to say Big Show, but they love to do that, Big Show.
But it's Dean freaking Ambrose.
No. If you're going to say, you're going to say it
I'm tell you
right.
something right now. Has Big Show outsold Dean Ambrose? Has all these different guys? Have they sold John? He outsold John Cena.
Okay, that
A lot
was
of people
6
just
months
say
ago.
that. I'm saying that Dean Ambrose
Dude, that was
deserves more than anyone else's.
it
I
was
don't get
6
it.
months ago, and it hasn't happened since, to my knowledge.
And why do you think is that, John? I mean, the booking for Dean Ambrose have kind of fallen off, I thought. Or is it just me? I mean, Wayne, what's your take, bro? Wayne? Is Wayne alive?
Oh, he said he'd be back in a few minutes.
I thought he literally just shot himself. All right.
It would be awesome if we paid attention to the messages. My bad, Wayne.
I know, but I'm looking at all this other stuff.
I mean,
All right.
the way you're kind of trying to make that argument is like that John Cena's in the spot that Ambrose should be in. But I mean, speaking of Cena, how weird is it seeing him so low on the card? I mean, it's weird and refreshing at the same time. But
it's a strange thing. He's like descending, but he's not.
It's like seeing The Rock or Hulk Hogan.
Throw, but he's not the world. It's a weird situation. I don't understand.
It's like seeing The Rock in the mid card in 2003.
No, I agree. It's definitely strange.
Which I mean,
situation.
you gotta tip your hat to Cena because unlike Steve Austin, those guys at least never went back to the mid card to try to help guys in the mid card. Whereas, how many times has Cena done it now? Whether it's Bray Wyatt, whether it's Dean Ambrose, whether it's now Rusev. I mean, he's helping guys get over. I mean, you could argue Alberto Del Rio.
Of everything that's going on, I'm very happy that the WWE brass had the brass.
I see what you did
John
there.
Cena in this situation where he's a mid-carder, and what is very likable of this situation on my end is the fact that John Cena has this open challenge, and you're seeing all these unique matches. I know we talk about it, but it's still new to the fans. If you turn on Monday Night Raw next Monday night, and you haven't seen since 6 months ago, before Mania, talk about, and you see John Cena.
You should be, first of all,
you're going to say, what the fuck is going on?
First of all, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves if you're a wrestling fan and you haven't watched in 6 months and you didn't watch the best WrestleMania easily in the last decade.
How does it feel, by the way, to be a part of history, especially breaking the terabyte record or the?
I used quite a bit of that. I will say I did use quite a bit of that, which I was actually going to talk about that later in the show, but You know what? I'll still say it until I'm blue in the face. If they end up moving Raw because of the crowd chants and everything from last year, I am deeply proud that I was a part of that. And because of us, Raw may be moved away from WrestleMania next year.
I hope they don't do that. That'd be stupid. That Monday Night Raw reminds me of how wrestling used to be.
Yeah, and I mean, but if that doesn't show you anything,
you were actually there.
yeah.
So how did it feel? How did that feel being in that arena?
What, Monday Night Raw?
The crowd. How was it for you?
Awesome.
Wasn't it the best?
It was awesome.
That's how wrestling used to be every fucking night.
But you know what? It was we were shaking our heads like when they started the "You Suck Cena" chant. It was hilarious, but at the same time we're shaking our head like this is crazy. The Bryan one was almost as funny, if not a little bit more funnier than the Cena one because we didn't think they would go with it. And I hate the fact, unless anybody was listening, watched on the WWE app during the commercial break, that we got some of the best shit during the commercial breaks. Like, I got a worse than Cena chant going for Roman Reigns, or we had, like, our section was chanting worse than Cena. Orton had, I think it was Kane or somebody in, like, a headlock, turns around towards our section, does a "You can't see me," and then punches Kane in the face. But that atmosphere was awesome. But I wouldn't rank it the best. WrestleMania was a solid 1. NXT was a solid 2. Raw 3. Jim Ross 4. Hall of Fame 5. Hall of Fame. Forgive me, wrestling gods, that I fell asleep during one of the speeches. But
which one?
The end of Bruno's and the beginning of Larry Zbyszko. I wanted to punch myself because I was gonna, the Larry Zbyszko one. I don't feel.
Wait. Did you yell out, "Hey, we interviewed you, motherfucker," to Bruno?
No, but I wanted to kick myself because not even because he was just on the show. I love me some Bruno. He's like one of the few guys in wrestling that when he talks, you shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And I was liking hearing him, but God, Larry, and I told Wayne this during the Hall of Fame. God, Larry Zbyszko just would not shut the fuck up. No, I'm not going to blame it, even though it was a hectic travel day from 7 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. But, which, yes, we were going from 7 o'clock in the morning, going to Access, from there straight till the end of Hall of Fame at 9 o'clock at night, 9:45 at night, actually. So Wayne's telling me to cover my ass and blame it on the travel day, but I'm not going to blame it on that. I'll blame it on the fact that Larry Zbyszko would not shut the fuck up. Which, there goes our chances of getting Larry Zbyszko on the show, guys.
Yeah, it was.
Although, yeah, pretty much. Although,
Larry Zbyszko, his son Tim is actually part of the auditions for Tough Love.
Oh, pretty cool.
He's that young. Have a son that young? Damn. Although nothing beats Al when we had Brodus Clay on in the beginning of January. I think it was the beginning of January.
This year?
Yeah, or February, whenever it was, and we didn't know until during the show that we were going to have Brodus on, and I'm sitting there talking shit about TNA. We take a commercial break, and there's Brodus.
Oh, yeah, because...
shitting all over TNA. And then it's like, well, we're back, and we got Tyrus from TNA. And it's like, Al, you're doing this interview.
I was like, oh, that's fucked up. All right, guys.
I was laughing my ass off about that, though.
Event Madness. We're live. We are talking a little bit of wrestling. We got some other sports we're talking about later, including the Major League Baseball. We're talking a little bit about Pete Rose. For all you gambling folks out there, we're going to have a little discussion on that.
I saw something today that I got very excited about with Pete Rose.
Oh, well, you know what? That's a weird sentence.
As far as his reinstatement goes, you son of a bitch.
Okay, well,
damn!
We're going to talk a little bit about that later.
What the hell?
You know, Rose could do a lot, but man, not a Pete Rose. Anyways,
damn!
We're going to talk a little bit more about Extreme Rules. I don't even know. We got the rundown coming out, which is one of our favorite segments. Which we have a reason for the rundown, but I think we never do the actual layout of it.
Nope.
The latest on the NBA playoffs and why LeBron James sucks. Oh, sorry, that's not it, right.
And we got whether or not
And
some
I'm gonna add a topic in here, and whatever it happens, it happens. But I want to talk about something I read, which I don't even know where it's at anymore. But I read it really briefly because I was multitasking earlier.
Oh,
but
God.
it's about what Kevin Nash said about his Hall of Fame induction
Ooh.
and about him only making $1,500 a month or a show, whatever the hell it was, a year, I think. And how NXT stars are complaining about making 35 grand a year. So I kind of wanted to talk about that and put that into perspective because I know a lot of our listeners and people we know dearly, like Evan Ginsberg, they all have strong appearance on that, but not a strong I can't even say the word right now.
But
Opinion about
there we
it.
go.
But anyways, we're gonna go into a commercial break now. We'll be back in a couple seconds, minutes, or hours, whatever the case is. We'll be back.
So you're cruising around the internet looking for some entertainment. What if I told you there's a hard-hitting, fresh, and opinionated podcast out there covering everything from WWE and TNA to the NFL, the NBA, and MLB? Well, that's reality. Main Event Madness is here. Don't miss us every week on MainEventMadness.com as well as on TuneIn Radio and Stitcher.com. Main Event Madness, our wrestling, your sports, simply madness. From the associate producer of The Wrestler, Evan Ginsberg, comes Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV, co-hosted by Steve Ludwig, featuring legends in sports, pro wrestling, and the arts. Lanny the Genius Poffo, Nicole Bass, Oscar from Men on a Mission, and million-selling music hitmakers like Martha Wash of the Weather Girls and Carol Douglas of Doctor's Orders fame appear regularly, as well as the greatest live indie musicians performing live in studio. Saturdays, 11 a.m. at legendstvnyc.com and madhousetv.com, archived 24/7. You missed the birth of your mother and father, don't you dare miss Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV. Looking for more than your average wrestling website? Looking for the fastest growing wrestling news site on the internet today? With quality news, results, and more. Wrestling News Report has everything you'd want in a wrestling website. Al Merriman has you covered with the latest and biggest stories of the day from all around the world of pro wrestling. Check them out today, WrestlingNewsReport.com. Hey you. Yeah, you. Looking for quality wrestling news with an international flair? Looking for results and news from around the world? Look no further than Wrestling-News.net. Wayne Daly and his crew have you covered from top to bottom, from WWE to TNA to the top independent companies from around the world. Check them out, Wrestling-News.net. Need a break? How about a rope break? Wrestling's rope break, that is. Don't miss every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Wrestling's rope break. Joel O'Brien and Aaron Ramadanov give you a fresh and passionate insight on the latest happenings and news from the world of pro wrestling. It's Wrestling's Rope Break, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, MainEventMadness.com and Spreaker.com. Presented by Main Event Madness. All right, guys, we are back. This is Main Event Madness Radio. It is April 23rd, 2015. Guys, first of all, can you believe it's May? Almost next week.
So sad.
No, you know what's sad? Is the fact that it's
7 months till Christmas. Sorry.
Get the fuck off my show. No, the fact... No.
That was the best. You just made my fucking day right there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm thoroughly disgusted, and not with you. Well, there is a wind chill right now outside of 22 fucking degrees. It was snowing today. I had to clear snow off my car this morning, and May starts next week. Oh, but John, why do you want to move to Florida? Why do you want to move south?
I don't know why you would. Soon we're going to go through hurricane season. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. It's brutal down here.
Yeah, that's what insurance is for.
Hurricanes, rain,
We already started getting the rain and thunderstorms. We had a
I love
thunder
me some
warning.
dude. I love me some thunderstorms. You kidding? I love me some thunderstorms. But I've had people tell me that. Oh, well, what about the hurricanes on there? Okay, we get nor'easters. What's your point? The same thing. Just one has snow, one has rain. Ask Boston how they like their hurricane in January.
Wayne,
Because
real quick.
yes, we are Wayne. Oh, go ahead.
Wayne, do you think that wrestling? Do you think it's becoming saturated with all these promotions getting all these TV deals?
Not really.
Doesn't it seem? I think it's a great thing, but isn't it kind of? I mean, you got Lucha Underground, you got that independent promotion PWS, you got House of Hardcore, you got TNA, you got ECW. I'm messing around there, but I don't know what to watch anymore. Like, what are we supposed to watch? What are your thoughts? Is it good for business, or is it becoming just another thing?
Like back in the day of WCW, WWE, and ECW, people had the choice of what they watch day by day.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of the same these days, but as you said, there's more promotions now that have TV. They have TV leagues compared to like 15, 16 years ago.
I just don't like. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. It's funny because we thought TNA was going to be that pure number 2, but I think it's wide open. Even GFW is starting to gain some ground. As a wrestling fan, this is great. As a wrestling promotion, I say good luck to you guys because I feel like it's. Just put it this way. If you want to look at it this way, Wayne, imagine it's like the NFL. You have the NFL, and that's the NFL.
And then there's the XFL.
And then there's the XFL, and then there's the lingerie football league. I don't even know if it's around anymore. And then there's the arena football league, which is kind of there, and it's making some. I just think.
I always liked the Arena Football League.
I'm sorry?
I said I always liked the Arena Football League.
I've gone to several games actually. It's different. I don't know. I just think it's a little overwhelming. And I don't know if it's a good thing. Sometimes too much of something is not good. And I'm kind of scared for the future of wrestling. You know,
I got something.
Earlier. I'm sorry?
I was going to let you finish. I was just going to say I got something here that you could be a little excited about wrestling for.
Okay.
Dolph Ziggler attacked on Twitter today.
What happened?
He basically voiced his frustration.
Okay.
He said he linked basically like a blog post or something on his Twitter account saying, quote, "I've got the boys to make the noise. Years in the making, almost as long as we've been waiting for you to connect. Trust me, he connects. Frustrated, outdated. I really want to be overrated. Overachievement and charisma almost equals being tall and wearing marital beads on your mouth. Yet I'm the one with the attitude problem, and it's not what you can it's not what the system can do for you. It's what can you do for the system. You've got 5 months to prove that I need you. This is for everyone screwed over because they did what they weren't supposed to do in order to get over it. Or what they weren't supposed to. Get over it. You mad, bro? Sad for a guy who never loses? By the way, haven't you kissed enough ass, fella? Bang your head."
What?
And then he put, "I'm real," or basically saying, "I'm real as fuck." Hashtag Extreme Rules at WWE.
Poor Dolph Ziggler. He can't take this shit anymore.
Pipe bomb!
He is dead next. CM Punk. I don't know. What do you think, Wayne? That's real, fake?
Oh, it's real.
Semi-shoot?
I think it's about 80-20. It's a bit of a shoot, but it's also aimed at Sheamus as well if you read it.
It's kind of partially selling his match with Sheamus, but at the same time, it's like basically a fuck you to WWE.
What's going on with the WWE, man? Why are they so fucking anal about everything? I mean, fucking Christ.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like all these fucking AJ Lee suddenly retires, CM Punk done with the shit, CJ Parker leaves. Like, Ziggler's
Well,
blowing off.
I mean, can you really blame Huh?
CJ Parker left on his own back.
Yeah.
He
AJ
left
left.
because he felt like he wasn't going to get anywhere. with
AJ
them.
Lee left because of her husband, who's and I'm a CM Punk Mark Wayne can attest to this, who's basically becoming a whiny bitch.
And let me tell you, it's funny because everybody was praising CM Punk for going to the UFC, and now everybody wants to see CM Punk get his ass kicked. And I was the original person that said that he should get his ass kicked in the UFC. Now everybody's tired of his shit.
All right, I don't remember this, so please, for the record, tell me was I for Punk going to UFC or against it?
You were whatever. I think you were for it in a way. You wanted to see it. You're intrigued like everybody else.
I think I was intrigued, but it's just like, if I remember correctly. I don't know.
I asked you the question. Our Wayne, I don't even know who the fuck I asked.
It was Wayne.
Do you want to see CM Punk get his ass kicked?
Oh.
Or, there's going to be, I don't know. I always said I want to see him, get his ass kicked, but I don't know. I always felt like he was whining too much and all that. But that's me.
I think it's going to happen. I mean, are he and John Jones the same weight?
I think Punk's the weight below that. I think Punk wants to go in the middleweight class.
Damn it, because I'd love to see CM Punk and John Jones, because John Jones will murderize that son of a bitch.
It's not going to happen anyway. Just remember, CM Punk is coming in with all the fights. John Jones has what is it, 15, 16 fights, if not more.
True. All right, so let's move on to something else that's a little intriguing now. There's a commercial right now airing around that's teasing a triple threat match for Payback in May. And they're teasing a triple threat between Seth Rollins defending the WWE Championship against Randy Orton and, yes, Roman Reigns. Alfonso, how do you feel about that?
Roman Reigns is still wrestling? Oh, man. All right, so triple threat. Yeah, I saw the video. The only thing missing from this is Brock Lesnar. I say we see a triple threat at Payback.
Brock Lesnar!
Pay-per-view, we see a fatal four-way match, and Brock Lesnar destroys all these punks. We all know Seth Rollins is going to be the champion for at least a few months. We know he's not going to lose at Extreme Rules. Randy Orton's there to help catapult Seth Rollins a little bit. There's going to be some screw job ending. There's going to be a the triple threat match looks like it's all penciled in already, or it's just confirmed. Am I excited about it? I don't know. Is this something we've never seen? Yes, because obviously Seth Rollins is the champion, and whatever match he's in, we've never seen before because he's never been champion before. So it'll be great to see. I think it's a great thing with Randy Orton. Again, Roman Reigns. I'd rather see Dean Ambrose in that spot than Roman Reigns. I've been saying it for quite some time. And that's my personal opinion.
Well, I mean, there was the talk around WrestleMania time that Dean Ambrose was going to get a major push going into the summer. So it does make a little bit of sense that they're putting him in like an obscure feud with Luke Harper just to get it out of the way, just to kind of hold him off and then throw him into the main event, maybe going into Battleground and Money in the Bank. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Maybe are they going to do the long-awaited Shield triple threat match that people have been wanting to see since the Shield broke up last year? Which, if that's the main event of SummerSlam, I'm going to kick myself square in the ass for not being able to go.
That's crazy. I think it's crazy that we're sitting here today. It's April 23rd, 2015.
Uh-huh.
And your world heavyweight champion is Seth Rollins.
It's a good thing.
It's cool. It's interesting. Seth Rollins, they gave him the torch, and he is really running with it. Roman Reigns was given that opportunity, and he fell flat on his ass. So also Seth Rollins, he was, he's great on the microphone. Back in the day with FOW, I know that Wayne remembers. We interviewed him as Tyler Black in Ring of Honor. He dreamt about being a superstar in the WWE, so it's pretty cool. He's always been great, and he's always been. It's weird because Seth Rollins, he looks the same. It's like he hasn't aged in all these years, which is kind of crazy. So congrats to him. The landscape of the WWE has changed. And you know what? One thing I gotta say is, as much as we bitch about Roman Reigns, a lot of people don't, hated the fact that he was at the main event. The WWE did hear the WWE universe, and especially us, us, the internet wrestling community. People say that's a bad word, but it's not. We used to bitch about it about 3 years ago. We want to see young stars. We want to see young stars. We want to see young stars. We're tired of the same old shit. Well, you know what? They've delivered, and they've beyond delivered. We're bringing in new stars, and just look at these, these main event. Seth Rollins is involved, all these guys. So it really is an exciting time to be a fan.
People want to bitch. I'm looking at the last 10 years. You want to know who the WWE champions have been coming out of WrestleMania?
John Cena. No, I'm sorry.
John Cena in 05, John Cena in 06, John Cena in 07, Randy Orton in 08, Triple H in 09, John Cena in 2010. John Cena was practically the WWE champion, even though Miz had the belt in 11. CM Punk in 2012, John Cena in 2013, Daniel Bryan in 2014 with Randy Orton right behind him, and Seth Rollins in 2015. So, yeah, I'm a little bit happy that there's a different face there besides basically John Cena, Randy Orton, and Triple H. Because even going back before that, you had pretty much Triple H in the main event of the WrestleManias before that. So, seeing somebody else in there besides those three guys, I'm okay with it.
Definitely. I mean, I think they're doing a great job pushing this young talent here for sure.
Damn, Al, what's the matter? Did the cranberry vodka go away from you a little bit? You seem a little bit bleh.
No, sorry. My phone is blowing up with family members and all that. But I agree. They're doing a good job. Whoever is champion, and I don't know what the hell's going on. But let's move on. I'm done with Payback. What's up next?
That would be Pete Rose. Pete Rose, ever since the bastard of a Major League Baseball commissioner, Bud Selig, retired at the end of the season last year, thank God, Pete Rose has been trying to get reinstated into Major League Baseball. For those of you who don't know, Pete Rose got in trouble with a gambling incident. God, how long ago was that now, Al?
I think we're not even a thought in our parents' minds.
I think it's like 1989, 1990.
I think it was right in that area. I think you actually hit it right on the nail. Was 1989. I was reading up on it earlier today. Yeah, so he got into gambling issues, using his knowledge, and he apparently tanking, whatever the hell it was.
So, Pete Rose has filed for reinstatement. Now, in an interesting twist, Fox Sports, which has launched their own version of an ESPN station, and yes, fair play, Wayne. Fox Sports 1 has hired Pete Rose as a contributor, announcer, analyst for Major League Baseball. Also, what I thought was interesting, and I saw it this afternoon, Pete Rose will be involved at the 2015 Major League Baseball All-Star Game from Cincinnati, Ohio. And while Rob Manfred, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, won't talk about, or won't say when he's going to go through Pete Rose's application to be reinstated, he did say he'll have a major role at the All-Star game in Cincinnati. So, Al, do you feel it's time that the all-time hits leader in Major League Baseball, the 130-year history of Major League Baseball, 130-year plus, do you feel he should be back?
Most winningest player in all of sports. Yes, man. It's not like look at the NFL. In the NFL, you got woman abusers, you got rapists. I think you've had murderers play. I mean, you had all of these people play, these scumbags, these scum buckets. All he did was gamble and whatever. I know times were different back in the day. And you know what? Everybody makes mistakes, and he was gambling with his own money. And who gives a flying, you know what? He should have been inducted a long time ago. If it's not an induction, he shouldn't be banned anymore. Is he still banned from it? So it's kind of cool that he is going to be involved somehow, like you said, in the All-Star game. But for him to still be banned for gambling? I mean, come on. Get the hell out of here. This guy Hardy from the Dallas Cowboys now, because the Cowboys signed him for some reason. He didn't even get convicted, but he's got a 10-game suspension on a supposed, domestic violence, domestic abuse. He's not getting convicted, but he still got suspended. But he's not banned. I think that's worse than gambling.
I didn't even get to see what they were saying. I saw something on Bleacher Report and it was gone before I could even look at it. There's something the NFL was threatening banishment on Greg Hardy if he fought the suspension. Which, if that's the case, if that is the case, though, and that sounds like something right up frickin' Roger Goodell's alley.
You're using that now too, huh?
I hate Goodell, dude. He is such a tool.
No, but I mean, what is your take again on Pete Rose? Wayne, you got a take on it?
Yes, he does. He's been waiting to get in on this.
Pete Rose is going to take a tombstone and then go in.
Oh my God! Yeah, Kane's got to be involved somehow. He's got. I think that Kane should induct him into the Hall of Fame. Oh wait, did that already happen?
No, he's into the WWE Hall of Fame. Yes.
That's what I was saying. Was it Kane?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's already done. Never mind. And who said he wasn't in the Hall of Fame? Come on. No, but yeah, I know back in the day. I mean, 1989. That must have been a big deal. But guys, now you got guys on PEDs and A-Rod is. Are you fucking kidding me? A-Rod is still playing.
Hey.
He's a son of a bitch that should be banned.
Hey.
From the freaking MLB. I don't care if you like him or you don't.
Listen, A-Rod, unlike Barry Bonds, unlike Mark McGwire, unlike Sammy Sosa, A-Rod admitted it, and A-Rod paid for it. A-Rod is going to pay for it because in all likelihood, A-Rod, whether he hits the home run record or not, won't be a Hall of Famer. A-Rod won't be.
He should not be a Hall of Famer.
Alex Rodriguez, I'm telling you right now, April 23rd, 2015, mark my words, Alex Rodriguez will not be a Hall of Famer.
You better not. At least not in our lifetime.
But, you know what? And people bash A-Rod, and there's Barry Bonds out there who's doing everything in his power to try to make himself look innocent, even though we all know that he's guilty. I mean, besides the fact that he leaves skinnier than Derek Jeter one offseason and comes back like 100 pounds heavier. It's like, what were you doing this offseason?
I was just in some Cuba 4 in Miami.
Pretty much. But, yeah, he must have ate a lot of food, Wayne. So it'll be interesting to see if Pete Rose finally gets inducted in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame and reinstated back into Major League Baseball. I seriously doubt he was watching NASCAR.
All right,
Especially
so,
since NASCAR doesn't run during the baseball offseason, buddy. So nice try. Maybe he's watching some football matches back then. I don't know.
guys, did you hear about the new? And I'm sorry to change the subject, like I usually do.
Yeah,
The
you're
new
not
stadium
sorry.
that's being proposed for the Chargers and what's this other people?
I don't know.
Was it the Raiders?
The Raiders are finally getting a new team, or not a new team, a
It
new.
was approved, but guess what they're gonna have at the end? One of the ends of the field or whatever.
What?
It's a joint thing. Is worth like $1.7 billion.
Holy
The stadium
shit.
plan includes a tower that shoots lightning bolts every time the Chargers score.
Is this the one with the giant Los Angeles?
The Undertaker is still wrestling when that shit's built. It's kind of crazy. It's like a big tower, and it just shoots a bolt of electricity, and it looks like lightning every time the Chargers score. So there
That
you
is
go.
so badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So they're finally going to get their LA team, huh?
What happened?
The NFL, I said they're finally going to get their LA team, huh?
I guess it says Los Angeles.
The size of that fucking thing, dude. Holy shit.
Well, you're looking at the lightning.
Yeah, well, not even just the lightning bolt. Good lord.
That stadium is.
Yeah, that thing could hold like.
Wayne, have
1,000
you seen a picture of it?
Yeah, I've seen it. The worst thing about the stadium, though, is that the lightning bolts are going to get boring very fast.
Dude, it's fucking lightning. No, it's not.
Okay, you want to see week 1? Yay. Week 2? Yay. Week 3? Okay. Week 4? Okay.
Wayne's just mad because there's no football stadium
Are
in
you kidding
Europe
me?
that
If I get-
shoots
wait,
lightning
wait.
bolts.
If I've been to the Buccaneer Stadium and they got that little stupid ship that shoots freaking the cannons, it's like fireworks. What are you talking? It's not gonna get
Dude,
boring.
Dude,
I
there's
know
a
it's gonna be
baseball
fireworks.
stadium.
What do you mean, a lightning bolt? I'm like, can I sit on top of that thing? See what happens?
The New York Mets baseball stadium in Queens, New York City, has an apple in center field that raises up every time a home run's hit. People
Where's
loved
that?
Citi Field, where the Mets play.
Oh, so it's almost like our shitty Dolphins. That's
Yeah, whenever the Mets hit a home run, the apple goes up.
So that's kind of like our Dolphins down here in the fucking in Marlins Park.
Yes, Wayne, and you're probably sitting there like yawn, but the Mets had it back in their old stadium about 50 years ago. And when the talks came up a decade ago about a new stadium for the Mets and the Yankees, the number one thing that people wanted in the new Mets stadium, they wanted to keep the apple. So the point of me saying that is they wanted an apple in New York City. This is motherfucking lightning. It's motherfucking lightning.
It was 6 to 8 weeks guaranteed to be boring.
Dude, how are you going to say it's going to get boring? I mean, besides the fact that there's no stadium like that in Europe, so I can understand you being jealous, it's motherfucking lightning.
It's not that. It's going to be the same thing.
Dude, I'm going to get us kicked off iHeartRadio for saying this. I'm going to be blue in the face. It's motherfucking lightning. Man-produced lightning.
John, let me tell you, I'm looking at the show on Spreaker. I'm calling you out. You put it. That is what is DB, Raw, ERules, MLB, NBA, and more. DB?
Daniel Bryan, Raw, Extreme Rules, MLB, NBA, and more.
Jesus Christ! I got I'm looking.
You could rename it.
I'm reading this as a 7-year-old John Cena fan, and I can't get past the DB. I'm thinking about a defensive back. There's other words I can't say.
Well, it describes some people that used to be on the show, but that's beside the point.
Douchebag.
Not naming any names.
Extreme Rules.
Not going to name any names there, but...
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even think about that. Oh, man.
Some way, somehow, he's
Did you
listening
see
to the
our
show right
numbers
now.
tonight?
Yes, I don't really care.
You know
But-
what's funny? I should have been tweeting all day. I just can't do it all. Mr. I
Did
take
you?
a
All right, I'm calling you out. You can't do it all?
John, Mr. I take a
John!
all day.
John, do the press release. John, do the press release. John, do the press release.
John, have you done the press release for this show yet?
For last week's show, yes, I did, asshole.
And
Not,
then if
not
John
tonight's show.
doesn't do it, it's Wayne. Do the press
Wait,
release.
I go to John. Wait, well, John, can Wayne do it? Shit.
Mind you, Al's sitting there playing fucking Call of Duty or something on his
Look at
PS3.
my login. I haven't logged into that machine in like 7 months now.
Al can do it. He's just like, man, John just does it so much better, so I'm not going to touch it.
There you go. If you want to think that sounds perfect.
Actually, I do it a little bit better than you, but that's beside the point. All right, so since we're talking about NFL here,
Not for long.
have you seen the schedule?
Oh man, the Dolphins got royally fucked with that move.
Oh my God, I'm loving mine. The Jets schedule.
Did you see our schedule though? We have.
Have you seen the Jets schedule?
No, the Dolphins. So what do the Jets look like? They're gonna lose every other game,
No.
every 2 games.
Nope. We open up against the Cleveland Browns,
Lucky.
so that's more than likely 1-0. Yes, Wayne, 0-16. Then we go to Indianapolis, so it'll be 1-1.
John,
Yes.
who did you say your opening against? Your opening game is against?
Yes, Wayne, it's against Cleveland. Hi, everybody. Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, you sounded just like the cat.
So we'll be 1-1. Then we host Philly. We go to London to play against you guys. Bye week. This is where I'm loving this. Redskins, Patriots, Raiders, Jaguars, Bills, Texans, Dolphins, Giants, Titans, Cowboys, Patriots, Bills. Yep.
You know what I love? My Packers opening game.
What are the
What do you think?
Chicago Bears. And all I'll say is, Jay Cutler, you're going down again. And again.
All right, so let's see the Dolphins schedule here. Ouch. Ravens, Giants, Chargers, Colts, Patriots.
Who's that?
You. Ouch.
You're not playing the Ravens this year?
We don't play the Ravens. We don't play we don't play the Ravens. We don't play the Steelers. We don't play the
We're in
Bengals.
same freaking division. That's
I feel bad for you guys. Your last 5 games: Ravens, Giants, Chargers, Colts, Patriots.
But our last 7 games of the season, or 5 of them are at home, I believe.
Can that just get here? Because I could potentially be living in Florida by week 17. Just throwing that out there.
I hate 5-0 in those games. Yeah, we might, and we'll still be at 8-18.
You
You know what's depressing? Knowing the Pelicans made the NBA final. I mean, postseason, and
the Miami wrong conference, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Wrong conference.
Oh, it doesn't matter. A team named the Pelicans should never be in the league in the first place.
Oh shit! I feel bad for the Patriots. Their preseason: Packers, Saints, Panthers, Giants, and then they open against the Steelers. All right, so that's not fair. They have 3 easy games in a row. They open against the Steelers, and they got the Bills, Jags, and Cowboys.
I hope they lose to all of them.
What an easy schedule they got. I mean, they're going to lose to the Broncos because Peyton Manning murders Tom Brady in the regular season, and then vice versa in the playoffs. But, all right, so we're just rambling here, guys. We're going to take another commercial break. When we get back, we're going to hit the rundown. We're going to talk Seth Rollins' finisher possibly being banned. We got Bray Wyatt. It's promos and who they're talking about. And I can't wait for this segment. The latest in the NBA playoffs. And we're going to see how our predictions are holding up. Wayne, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for having some fun with us for the first hour. Feel free to come back anytime, as you always do, which probably will be next week because, next week or the week after because, we're approaching historical territories here with Albion. We're doing 3 shows in a row, so.
Don't get scared.
But, all right, guys. So, like I said, we're going to hit a commercial break, and we will be back. So you're cruising around the internet looking for some entertainment. What if I told you there's a hard-hitting, fresh, and opinionated podcast out there covering everything from WWE and TNA to the NFL, the NBA, and MLB? Well, that's reality. Main Event Madness is here. Don't miss us every week on MainEventMadness.com as well as on TuneIn Radio and Stitcher.com. Main Event Madness, our wrestling, your sports, simply madness. From the associate producer of The Wrestler, Evan Ginsberg, comes Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV, co-hosted by Steve Ludwig, featuring legends in sports, pro wrestling, and the arts. Lanny the Genius Poffo, Nicole Bass, Oscar from Men on a Mission, and million-selling music hitmakers like Martha Wash of the Weather Girls and Carol Douglas of Doctor's Orders fame appear regularly, as well as the greatest live indie musicians performing live in studio. Saturdays, 11 a.m. at legendstvnyc.com and madhousetv.com, archived 24/7. You missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV. Looking for more than your average wrestling website? Looking for the fastest growing wrestling news site on the internet today? With quality news, results, and more. Wrestling News Report has everything you'd want in a wrestling website. Al Merriman has you covered with the latest and biggest stories of the day from all around the world of pro wrestling. Check them out today, WrestlingNewsReport.com. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Looking for quality wrestling news with an international flair? Looking for results and news from around the world? Look no further than Wrestling-News.net. Wayne Daly and his crew have you covered from top to bottom, from WWE to TNA to the top independent companies from around the world. Check them out, Wrestling-News.net. Need a break? How about a rope break? Wrestling's rope break, that is. Don't miss every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Wrestling's rope break. Joel O'Brien and Aaron Ramadanov give you a fresh and passionate insight on the latest happenings and news from the world of pro wrestling. It's Wrestling's Rope Break, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, MainEventMadness.com and Spreaker.com. Presented by Main Event Madness. All right, guys, we're back here. Main Event Madness, late night, prime time. Al, you ready to kick it into overdrive for hour number 2?
I'm falling asleep here, guys.
Cranberry vodka didn't help him much.
Yeah, it's putting me on my ass. Reading this stuff about Ric Flair, saying his matches in TNA were better than anything else he's done in his life. That's me sarcastically paraphrasing. But he did say, he said he got bored in TNA. He has a lot of friends in TNA. Where his match is good, and then it goes by whose standards? Ric Flair? He goes Ric Flair standards or TNA standards? So pretty much saying if it's by TNA standards, he was a wrestling god. But by his standards, he got bored really quick.
God,
So
somebody...
that's pretty cool stuff. Batista says if he ever returns to WWE, he might die and gone to hell. No, anyways, he did say something about him returning, but it would have to be on the Chris Jericho schedule, only working WWE live events. Batista, keep on dreaming on. We don't miss you at all. We're back. We are live. I am on a different level right now, and I am ready to go to bed.
Well, you know what? You better go drink a 5-hour energy. You know why? You better get your running shoes on because it's time for the rundown.
Running down.
5 topics, 10 minutes.
Or this week's top tidbits. You want to talk about that?
Sure, why not? You just touched on it. Batista interviewed at the premiere for the Avengers Age of Ultron. Batista said he would love to come back to WWE only, like you said, for a live event only. You don't think that they would do it? Because I think they'd do it.
They do it to try to sell tickets. And Batista, that man doesn't like to run a live storyline. So the reason why Batista, that fella right there, saying he wants to do those live events right there. You know why he said that?
Dude, you're starting to talk like somebody who you used to do a show with.
You know why he said that right there? He said that right there because he doesn't like to think. He just want to go wrestle, entertain the fans out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, again, you're talking like somebody you used to do a show with, only we can actually understand you.
Batista, I
Oh,
know.
shit.
Lucha I know. What happened?
So you want to talk a major rumor?
Rumors are major. On
Global Force Wrestling is negotiating for a TV contract
with Spike TV.
with Fox Sports 2.
What happened to Fox Sports 1?
They're obsessed with UFC, but still,
Yeah,
that is huge, dude. That is huge for Global Force Wrestling.
It is, but it's not. I don't even.
Dude, yes, it is. Are you kidding me?
It's gonna be like ordering a pay-per-view each month. I don't have Fox Sports 2. As a matter of fact,
I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you do.
I probably do. Who knows?
But all right, so back to the rundown here. Let's see. Next up, you talked about it at the beginning of the show. Yes, the 76,000 of us at WrestleMania 31 set an all-time record for the most data used, most Wi-Fi used at a single event. 4.5 terabytes. Which, if I'm pretty sure, if I'm right on this, Al will help me out on this, that's like 4,500 gigabytes.
They're
Roughly.
It's probably around there, a little more-ish. I don't remember that. I used to do that at 10, 4. You probably, yeah, around there, yeah. Which means it's like a million megabytes. Probably a trillion. Wait.
Good Lord. No, it'd be 4.5 million gigabytes. Or megabytes.
Yeah,
Megabytes.
I don't fucking know. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm literally talking to someone who was a part of history. Holy shit.
And you know, to think Al could have gone with us.
Hey now, I can't go anywhere. Well, I can't even talk about that anyway. I got a radius, and I got to stick to.
That sounds a little suspect.
It's, as a matter of fact.
Well, you see, while you mention it, what had happened was.
I was a suspect, and I was.
Less of that.
What is this about? Who the fuck is Lucha Dragons? No, I'm playing. That's what a lot of fans are saying.
Mil Muertes.
Wait, you're missing the guys up there on the Lucha Dragons. That's number 1 in the rundown.
Yeah, but they're not in any order.
Okay. So
Mil Muertes.
Mil Muertes defeated Prince Puma to become the first Lucha Underground champion.
That is actually appropriate that you said that. You made that sound. You just made it sound more Espanol-ish.
Bueno, tú sabes que Prince Puma ese debe estar el campeón porque él estaba ahí empujando tanto, pero imagínate. Exactly. I feel that Prince Puma should have became champion because I felt like they were pushing him a lot. But Mil Muertes ended up defeating Prince Puma in that tournament, and he is the first underground champion of the world. Yes, bro.
You totally just had a fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin promo there.
That was fucking.
Well, you see, what happened was that's because Mil Muertes was the first Lucha Underground champion, defeating Prince Puma in the season finale of Lucha Underground.
There's something
God,
here
it's something about being on the air at 11 o'clock at night that makes it far more amusing than it would be in our old time slot.
Yeah.
Speaking of time slots, Definitely visit facebook.com/wrestling's rope break. I believe they return tomorrow night.
Also,
Tomorrow night, yes, I believe what I was told, and this is right now not concrete, but definitely visit their Facebook page, facebook.com/wrestling's rope break. They should be back tomorrow night, I believe, at 9 o'clock.
The whole, like Joel O'Brien and all?
Yes, Joel Bryan and Aaron Ramadanov.
He's got the best last name.
Ramadanov.
Back to the rundown. We got 2 more topics.
All right, we're actually making the last 10 minutes for once. How about that? So, yes, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are now baby faces, taking on the now heel New Day.
Wait. What about the New Day? Because you put the Lucha times.
I know. I'm getting to that. Will this hurt the Lucha Dragons? As the Lucha Dragons, as every report indicated, were going to be basically becoming the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Will this hurt the Lucha Dragons with Kidd and Cesaro as babyfaces?
You know what I want? You know how you're so good with stats and all that shit?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what the tag team division was like a year ago today?
A year ago today, you had the Shield, the Wyatts, Evolution, Los Matadores,
The Usos?
the Usos.
The Outlaws?
No, they were gone.
No, yeah, they were.
No, they left after WrestleMania.
Okay, so Stardust, Goldust?
Stardust, Goldust. Is that it? I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else?
I can't think of anything else right now. So
Behold, Wikipedia.
Who?
I said, behold, Wikipedia. But continue.
So you fast forward today as he's quickening it out. We have no Stardust, no Goldust. We have no Evolution. We have no Shield. We have no Wyatt family. We have no.
Well, hey. There was a thing at in the European tour where there was a reunion of Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt.
That's just defeat to the masses. That's all bullshit. That doesn't mean nothing.
All right, so I'm looking at Extreme Rules last year. Oh God. Oh, never mind. That was a triple threat. Okay, God, that was a bad match. Cesaro defeated Rob Van Dam and Jack Swagger. You had R-Truth and Xavier Woods.
Oh wait, Jack Swagger and Cesaro.
No, they broke up the night after WrestleMania. You had R-Truth and Xavier Woods. Rybaxel.
So the whole tag team division that we thought was
3MB.
Oh, that's right. How time changes. That's about it, right? So literally, there's only one tag team left.
Yeah, I'm just going through the pay-per-views and seeing who the tag teams were.
Yeah, the Usos were the only ones. And Los Matadores.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Alright. I don't even know what was my point. My point is that this tag division sucks.
I mean, they need to give the Ascension a better...
Well, that promo they cut, talking shit about the road, that I think killed them. They got a lot of heat for that, and I don't know if that was the best form.
Damn, there wasn't even a tag team match at SummerSlam. Just going through the pay-per-views last year. Golden Stardust, the Usos. You had the Miz and Mizdow last year. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's right. Yeah, that's right. R-Truth was feuding with the Miz and became R. Ziggler. Do you remember that?
Well, wasn't it the Miz and...
R-Truth was feuding with the Miz and became R. Ziggler.
Oh, that was fucked up, too. All right, nonetheless, your question is you know what, the New Day does suck.
New Day sucks.
Well,
New
I
Day
always
sucks.
default to our episode of Main Event Madness several months ago where we pointed out. Do you remember that episode
Oh,
where we got
Christ.
the audio clip and we played it, where the three men said we're not going to become what they want us to become, and they want us to become dancing fools, and we're not going to be puppets. And then they came back, and that's exactly
And they
what
became
were.
dancing fools. They became puppets.
Even more. It's like the creative people saw that and said, you know what? We're gonna fucking do that.
Vince McMahon
You know?
probably heard that promo and be like, what did they say they're not going to do?
That's magic.
That's hilarious. That's exactly what they're going to
We're
do.
gonna make them fucking black puppets. Yes, because that's how we would probably say it, that racist son of a bitch.
I can't exactly say anything about that because, I'd come off racist. But
Oh yeah, I'm a little bit.
I'm not agreeing with Vince McMahon. I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to be racist. It's just I feel that I would come off somehow racist if I even engaged in that conversation.
You're too American, I know.
In other words, he's calling me white, folks.
I wasn't racist about it.
He has been before.
Woo! I'm back, and I'm better than ever.
He had a 5-hour energy in the glove compartment, folks.
No, I did not. I stopped. I sat down and said, "What are we doing here?" And I said, "We're doing a fucking awesome show." So I wanted to put my energy back into the show. I'm going to tell you something.
I'm listening.
I'm very excited about our future here, and hopefully, that thing
Oh,
that
God,
we're
you're
talking
drunk.
about, that Yahoo thing, what's going on with these bastards over there?
I don't know. I'm waiting for them. You're drunk.
No, I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not.
I'm waiting for them to get back to me.
I want to thank Evan Ginsberg. He's been retweeting us tonight, and I hope he's doing well. But yeah, check out Evan Ginsberg.
Thoughts are with him. Him and his wife going through a tough
He's been
time.
Going through a lot.
His
And Evan, if you're
mother-in-law
listening,
passing
I
away.
know I've been going through a lot too, but I haven't gotten in touch with you. I hope everything's well. Evan Ginsberg, check him out.
He's the host of
the movie The Wrestler.
He's the host of Legends
the
TV,
host
which
of
is
Legends TV.
great program, by the way. Like, it doesn't, and I'm not even trying to blow smoke up his ass, and I've told him this. I'm not even trying to blow smoke up his ass. I'm not trying to kiss any ass, brown nose, anything like that. We've both
That's a little bit
watched.
of everything.
It is, and we've both watched a lot of his shows, and it doesn't really matter who's on there. It's always interesting and it's always entertaining.
Well, what's great about it though is the fact that he
By the way, I love that John Winnell guy, the poet that they have on there, because he's
freaking great.
He is. He's great.
I love that you can hear blues on his show. The entertainment, dude. It's different. It's a different type of show, and it's pretty cool. He gets the life stories out. I've seen the guys get emotional. I've seen the guys laugh. It's an awesome show to watch, and it's check out Legends TV NYC.com
And MadhouseTV.com also.
Well, yeah, he's got a bunch of links, and you could check him out. Evan on Twitter, Evan_Ginsberg. That's spelled GINZBURG. All right, so back to what we're doing here. We're doing this live show. We've been doing it for over a year. It's been a roller coaster ride of ups and downs, and I want to continue on with the show, man. We got a lot of good topics coming up.
Sure.
On the rundown, which I know we kind of
Glossed over.
We literally ran away from it. But Tyson Kidd is our working as faces. Will this hurt the Lucha Dragons? I guess I would have put this label on it, John.
What's up?
That's to be determined. Lucha Dragons, you know what I like about them?
They're fresh.
They remind me of the old Cruiserweight division in WCW.
But better.
They're great together. They are what Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio is what they should have been together. Or even Rey Mysterio and Evan Bourne. Because they had a good chemistry, but Rey Mysterio kept on getting hurt.
That would have been a great tag team.
Well, they were. The couple nights they were, it was awesome. But Evan would get injured, then it was never going to work out. So
Evan would get injured or caught with a joint, one or the other.
thing is that I don't know how the WWE fans do not. How can I explain it? The new fans don't know about that type of wrestling, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
You got to think about WWE as the juggernaut.
Yep.
I don't know how they're gonna, accept the Lucha Dragons. I really don't. I know they have a void to fill with Rey Mysterio, and we said
They don't really have too much of one, though. I mean, if you consider that they got Kalisto. Kalisto, my God, is that dude over?
Yeah,
And he's young.
dude.
He's
at
wicked
this
young.
point,
He's
John,
like
you can't
26.
compare this guy to Rey Mysterio. It's Rey freaking Mysterio
I'm-
compared to Kalisto that's been
Popularity-wise, I'm talking here.
out. I'm sorry?
I said popularity-wise, I'm talking here. Popularity-wise, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Because I hear on TV, I hear Kalisto getting these pops that I don't remember Rey Mysterio ever getting.
Let me tell you
When
this
Rey,
right now.
let me rephrase that. I don't remember Rey Mysterio getting those pops aside from when he kept talking about Eddie Guerrero in every single promo. When he wasn't talking about Eddie Guerrero, he didn't get anywhere near the pops that Kalisto gets.
I'll tell you what, I've seen Rey Mysterio a lot of my career, and he's always received pops. Now, I got to remind you of something. And this is just me probably being a complete asshole right now.
Well, it's about time that I get to play the babyface on the show, but go ahead.
No. This is me being an asshole to you. How can
I'm
you
used to
believe
that on
any
every...
fucking thing on Monday Night Raw anymore? Why did I say that? They keep on feeding. They're muting the fans. They're feeding crowd noise through the television. You don't know what's real fake. They're putting on.
Dude, I was at... What are you talking about, dude? I was at the Hall of Fame where the top part of the motherfucking Titantron said applause, and a guy was holding up a sign saying applause.
So what do you know? How are you going to tell me Lucha Dragon and Kalisto is receiving more of a pop than Rey Mysterio when it's probably being fed to it?
Because I was a part of their debut on Raw.
Dude, that Monday Night Raw was on a different level. Next.
I was a part of the NXT show they were at.
Next, it's WrestleMania. Dude, WrestleMania is crack for any wrestling.
But
fan.
it's NXT, dude. The NXT fans are vastly different.
That's what I'm saying. How can you compare it to the Raw fans? You can't.
I guess you have a point.
And at the end of the day, I agree. I think anyone even close, it's going to be Kalisto. That he has a chance to. He has an opportunity here, but the thing is, he's locked into his tag team right now, but he has a chance to do it. I'm still one of the guys that feels that the IC title, the US title should be unified, and the Cruiserweight division should be brought back. Because then you get a different dynamic.
I'm okay with I'm okay with the Cruiserweight division coming back.
I think it should be. It should have had. If you don't want to name it the Cruiserweight, I think Cruiserweight sounds nicer and it's more sellable than the lightweight division that WWE created. Cruiserweight sounds better to me, but bring it back one of those titles.
You could even call it the lightweight, though, and it would kind of be more familiarized because of the UFC, because of John Bone Jones. Because
in this day and age, I agree.
Because more people are familiar, maybe not even with lightweight, but light heavyweight. They wanted to bring back the light heavyweight title, and kind of ride the momentum that John Jones has been kind of creating for himself as the light heavyweight champion. Which, you know what? I'm going to veer off here. Because, you know what? We got next week's show to talk about it. Never mind. But, take the steering wheel, sir. I thought I was a week ahead of myself here. Because there's a major sporting event I wanted to get your opinion on.
Are you talking about TNA?
No. I'm talking about the Super Bowl of boxing. Floyd Money Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao.
What's funny is that I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Dude, anything I saw on TV today, they just kept calling it the Super Bowl of boxing.
At least the Super Bowl sometimes is unpredictable.
You know what that fight's going for on pay-per-view, right? Like how much?
$99.99. I guess they said $9.99.
$9.99.
Add a 9 to that.
99.9. Yeah, that to me is a big rip, and I would not pay.
Shout out to my buddy Chris, who used to do some appearances on Wrestling Access Radio with me years ago, for ordering the fights and inviting me over there, because now I don't have to spend $100 or endure the crowd at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You gotta bring something. You gotta bring like a pack of beer, pizza, food, chips.
I'll order some pizza.
You gotta do
I'll
something.
do some
I gotta
pizza.
spend $99. Come on. We all know who's gonna win. It's like you're buying something knowing what's gonna happen.
I know. But we'll talk about that more next week. Next week it'll be more up to date.
Oh, when's the bout?
Next Saturday.
And this Saturday we got a Rampage Jackson fighting the UFC. It's mind-boggling.
Is this 2005?
Apparently, add a 1 to that. Yes. Apparently, yeah, we're going back in time, but we're not. It's crazy. I don't know how he got back and all that, but yeah, he's fine. Okay, I gotta ask you, John.
Shoot.
What the hell? TNA is really gonna go to China next month?
Yes.
Is this a joke?
Yes. No, it's not a joke. It is May 22nd, 23rd, and 25th. They have a show in China. Thus beating WWE. WWE has never had an event in China, to my knowledge. No, because you know what? John Cena said something about going to China. Did they?
Japan, you mean Japan?
I'm looking. I'm checking right now. Oh, so they were there. Okay. They were in Shanghai last year. Okay. So never mind. They didn't beat WWE there. Copycat some bitches. Here I am trying to give them credit. So, how do you feel about TNA going to China?
It's kind of strange. I don't believe it, especially in the. It's one of those things that TNA's in a kind of screwed up spot. I don't understand why they would even risk going over there. I understand the UK because they do some strong numbers, but I don't understand why they're heading out to China. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
They are that.
I mean, I tip my hat to them because they're trying to broaden their horizons and expand their horizons and get more people interested in their product. As shitty as it is. Did I say that out loud?
Let me tell you, I haven't seen TNA wrestling.
I can't tell you the last time I watched it.
I
have like 8 episodes recorded on DVR. Whoops.
I don't.
And I don't want anybody. Listen, to you TNA hardcore fans, I'm not bashing TNA. Listen back to. Okay, yes I am. But listen back to last week because I basically had diarrhea all over WWE last week.
Hey, WWE. All right,
Am I wrong? Did I not shit all over them?
Yes, you did.
I know I did.
It was Shitfest 2015, for sure. Hey, I got some exciting news. The Miami Marlins actually won 2 games in a row.
Yeah, my Yankees have won 6 of the last 7.
Oh, yeah. Apparently they got some juice and I think it was provided by A-Rod. But anyways.
Fuck you. My Yankees are a half game out of.
One game by like 11 runs or some crazy stuff.
Yeah, we won yesterday, 13-4. So by 9 runs, but still.
Yo, what's up with the New York Mets? Are they for real or is this a joke?
Well, I mean it's tough. Ooh, all right. So right now the Red Sox lost. It is a 3-way tie in the American League East right now between the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Blue Jays. And
the freaking Blue Jays.
So it's interesting.
Let me tell you,
the Mets,
division, the American League East, it's pretty tight.
It is. God, I would not want to be the Brewers. The Brewers are 3-13. Enjoy that number 1 draft pick, guys.
Isn't that crazy? I had higher expectations for them. I can't
Enjoy
believe
that number 1 draft pick. Hopefully, it's a Mike Trout.
Can I ask you a question? Are you looking at the West?
The American League West
Yes.
or National League West?
National.
What, the World Series champions in last place?
Well, with that and
Well, I mean, don't read too much into that because they always get into like last place and then they do like a 30 game surge and get in the wild card and they win the World Series.
that's crazy. Huh?
That's what
I'm
they
so
do.
shocked. The Dodgers are 9-6 and they're in first place, but the Padres have more wins.
And well, the Padres are doing pretty good. The Padres got a lot of good players this year, so it'll be interesting if they keep it up this
You know
year.
what's funny? A lot of teams got a lot of good players and good signings. The thing is, who's going to execute? You know what I mean? Like, I think the Marlins had a pretty decent offseason compared to past years. But I agree, they did have a good offseason, a little bit better than.
But back to your question. So the Mets are on the best winning streak in their history, in their 54-season history. 11-game winning streak. They're 13-3, best record in baseball by far. It's tough because the last time they were 13-3 was 1986, and they won the World Series. But they also started the 2008 season 12-4, and they lost. If you're not a baseball fan, they suffered the worst regular season meltdown in baseball history. Had a 10-game lead to go with a month to go, and they lost it. September 1st, they had a 10-game lead, and at the end of September, the Masons were not in the playoffs. So, be interesting. But I'm also interested, and you know what? I'm as much as I'm a Yankee fan, I'm a baseball fan. So, I'm interested to see Matt Harvey pitches tomorrow, so I'll be able to catch the Yankee Encore tomorrow night. I'll be able to see Matt Harvey pitch. Oh, shit, they're on Fox, so I might be able to see him. I don't know. I wanted to see CC Sabathia against Matt Harvey. It's the Subway Series, as they call it. The Yankees and the Mets. As Al is sleeping over here.
You know what? Speaking of baseball, my wife said I was full of shit. I think it was last week.
Folks, there could be a very, very wide array, a litany of reasons for why Al is full of shit.
Well, because last year I was so pissed off at the Marlins that you guys need. I'm gonna go back to my history with baseball. I might not be like.
It's story time, folks.
Man, listen. I might not be like Matt Reeves or John. No, to me they know a lot more than I do. When it comes to Major League Baseball. But since I was a little kid, my grandfather used to every Marlins game since their inception. Like I used to go to a lot of, not every game, but a lot. And I grew up loving the Marlins. So I would always, and I mean, even when they screwed me twice, 3 times, and more, I've always watched, the Marlins season. Last year I actually boycotted them, and I was like really adamant. I didn't see. I didn't.
It's true, folks. Go back to Watch Wrestling 365. It's true.
Yeah, I didn't see one game. So I feel so lost because I actually came back to them. I said I boycotted them last year because I was just still bitter with them. But I'm coming back into, so I'm happy to be able to see the Marlins now. But she says I'm full of shit because I'm watching. Because the reason she's saying that is because I'm looking at the Marlins now, like I look at the Dolphins and the Heat. I'm like, come on, motherfuckers, win every game, you know. So she's like, well, what are you talking about? Last year, like, don't even talk to me about the Marlins. So yeah, that's why my wife was telling me I'm full of shit.
But you know what?
If
You're a
Marlins
fan.
You know why they were boycotted in my house.
But you know what? You're a fan.
Oh yeah.
You're allowed to hate your team.
Yeah, so what happened? Well, yeah, it's not that I want to hate them. It's the fact that at least you know with the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Sanford and the Cubs and the Giants, they tried, even if it doesn't work.
We actually have good owners, and then there's
the owner has tried, but our owner is a complete prick and has screwed us so many times and promises so much shit that I wish somebody else would just buy them or he would put them up for sale, you know. But yeah,
nobody would, because if anybody bought the team, they should have done it a few years ago before the stadium was planned. Because if anybody bought the team, they probably would have moved it.
that's just crazy. At that point, I'd probably be a Yankees fan, so who knows?
Hey, pinstripes welcome anybody, buddy.
Yeah, I know. All right, so that was my thing.
All right, let me ask you, point blank, can you go overtime?
No, there's no way in hell.
Boo! Boo! Oh well. All right, so we got about 5 minutes, 5, 6, 7 minutes before we get wrapping this up. All right, let's see what we got to talk here. So Seth Rollins' finisher was banned reportedly. It wasn't. Seth Rollins debuted basically like a modified pedigree this week. Ow.
I didn't even remember. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he basically his new finisher? It's basically like an inverted pedigree.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Instead of dropping him like underhook, dropping him down, he
This is the second week in a row. I got to see a new move on YouTube. Son of a bitch.
he
Last
drops
week
him forward.
John Cena. Now it's Seth. What is it called? Do you know?
I have well, it just
Who
goes.
did he do it on?
Dolph Ziggler.
You see, I fell asleep there.
Yeah, that's really not surprising.
I'm getting old, man. Fuck.
Because you're 30.
I'm only 33 years old. Yeah, you know, I just like watching this wrestling. So it was during the match, at the end, towards the middle, where?
The end of the match. It was the end of the show,
Right.
pretty much.
All right. Keep on talking. I'm looking at it in a second here.
Just
All right. So why would they do that?
modified single underhook DDT. It's called. He doesn't have a name for it.
Why did they ban it? Though?
Concussion
Is that
issues.
real about the concussion thing or what?
As far as I know, you're the reporter.
Shit, I've been the fucking part-time, if that, lately.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, shit happens, though, man. That's what Wayne's for.
That's his new finisher? That is like the worst fucking move compared to the curb stomp.
Eh.
I heard it was something. You know what? I keep on thinking that there's a connection between Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan's injury. I mean, everything's happening at the same time. I don't know. It's kind of strange. You know what I mean? I wonder if he was the one, if they wrestled each other or something. You know?
I'd imagine they did. But so here's the question: should any other finishes be banned? Because I know one that should be.
I've told you a few times that his is intimidating to watch.
It is, because he could fuck you up if you don't take it right. Like, you better know how to take that, because if you don't know how to take that, that is going to fuck you up.
I tell you what, I feel like AJ Styles' move is more dangerous than the curb stop, though.
I think the Styles Clash could. I wouldn't be too upset if it was banned, I say the Tombstone Pile Driver.
And you don't see it as often. But, I mean, that one has caused injury. I mean, you saw, what was it, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
With a pile driver, which is a widely banned move, but I guess the Undertaker kind of has a Mariano Rivera kind of thing. You know, they retired 42. They let Rivera keep wearing it to the end of his career. They banned the pile driver widely in wrestling, but the Undertaker was using it, so they're letting him use it. But here's my thing, and I'll ask you: if they ban the curb stomp because of concussions, should they ban the pedigree?
No, shit. The pedigree is like, it's almost...
It's similar.
Safer than the but it's safer than the pile.
No, I'm talking curb stomp versus the pedigree.
No, they shouldn't ban the pedigree because it's safer. Imagine they're putting you between the legs of somebody else.
Yeah, but you're going head first onto the mat.
No, the knees always stop you from hitting the mat. Your body.
Look on YouTube because Triple H damn near killed a guy. I don't remember who it was doing the pedigree because the guy couldn't take the pedigree right.
But you're talking about once. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
The Styles Clash should never be done ever again. I don't know why that fucking guy's still using it.
Are we gonna see a punt kick on Sunday?
Say that again.
Are we going to see a punt kick on Sunday?
From Orton?
Yes.
Yes.
Does Orton walk out the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion?
No. Kane screws Orton on Sunday.
You think so?
Definitely.
All right, really quick here before we get ready to wrap up here. Your match to watch out for at Extreme Rules.
Oh, fuck this pay-per-view.
Yeah, pretty much. But unfortunately, we do a podcast about pro wrestling, so we kind of have to talk about it.
No, I know. I don't mean to. I might go a couple minutes over. You know, fuck. This pay-per-view is...
I'll give you, while you're thinking, you know what?
I don't want to see Roman Reigns a Big Show. I don't want to see the Divas. I don't want to see a stupid fucking Russian chain match.
But, here, let me ask you. If Bryan's out legitimately, which apparently was announced on SmackDown tonight, if they take the belt off him, do they turn Barrett, Ziggler, Sheamus into a triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship? Kind of redo WrestleMania, do a triple threat ladder match.
That would be one way to go at it, or maybe get more. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna play it. You know, they can't take the. They can't do a number one contenders match. They need to do something more than that. You know, because he's already the number one contender. That would be the logical way to go by it.
Because Barrett and Sheamus have had Barrett and Ziggler have had their issues.
Well, that's the thing, though. But they already have Sheamus and
they've all been associated with each other in this program too.
Yeah.
So it would only make sense.
The thing is that they would have to add another match unless they get the tag team match and put it on the main card.
They can just
now that tag team match is a kickoff.
Fuck. Get Neville. Let Neville have a match. I'm serious. Let Neville have a match. Do what they did with Ryback. Just throw him out there. Plus, you got the Bray Wyatt stuff. Are they gonna have Bray Wyatt's promos revealed? You know, there's talks right now that it was gonna be Randy Orton. Now they're saying it's Ryback. Which, I don't really know what to think about Ryback and Bray Wyatt. I don't know exactly how to feel about that.
I thought that match would, because Bray Wyatt, correct me if I'm wrong, hasn't he been teasing or like calling somebody out?
Yeah, and right now the talk is that
was going to be Randy
Orton. There was reports it was going to be Randy Orton, but right now they're saying it's going to be Ryback.
Who the hell else? Who else would it be? Why the hell would he call Ryback out?
I don't know.
after calling out the Undertaker.
He's going to be the babyface in that feud because nobody cares about Ryback. They do and they
He's getting some
don't.
pops, but no, I understand. Like that's a
Not as
weird-
much as he did when he turned babyface.
Oh no, I agree. Damn, that is a strange.
But you know
scenario
what?
right there.
I'm going to tell you right now. I think a match that could be a match to look out for is going to be Naomi and Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship. I think that could possibly be an eye-opening match for the Divas.
Nah. Here's how I set it up.
I mean, just remember, if they're going to do it, they may have to just do it with Flair.
Charlotte?
Maybe.
I'll tell you what I was looking forward to is what you mentioned before was
Dinner.
Bryan versus Ray versus Bad News Barry. That shit ain't happening. So my default match, even though the stipulation is for the girls, is PUB Sheamus versus I don't know, porn star Ziggler.
Pube Sheamus versus CM Punk Light.
No, I mean this guy. Have you seen Ziggler? He is a scary looking motherfucker. But the ladies love him for some reason. And by the way, on WWE.com, Extreme Rules section, you guys gotta update that picture of Dolph Ziggler. Because his hair doesn't have that much highlights anymore. Just saying. Have you noticed that shit lately?
Yeah,
He
well,
doesn't even care anymore.
can't say I blame him. But,
Well, what is your really okay? So you really honestly think that Nikki Bella versus Naomi is gonna be something to watch out for?
possibly.
Why is that though? Like, is of all this diva movement, or
Because especially if they take a match away from the card, they're going to have more time. And this is the first pay-per-view since they've really started giving divas decent length matches.
that's true. And this, I'll tell you what, that Big Show. Look, Big Show.
I'll be
is one of
taking a
those
shit
guys
during
I
that
used to
match.
watch in WCW, and he was
I'm telling you right now.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm telling you right now. I'll be taking a shit during the Big Show match.
Yeah, I mean, who the hell wants to see that shit? Randy Orton,
Please
Seth
retire.
Rollins, I'm not gonna lie.
Please
It's
retire.
intriguing because I think they'll work well in the ring, but we all know the outcome. We know Seth Rollins is gonna walk out as a champion, so that's why I'm like, all right, the match might be okay, but the ending is gonna be fucked up.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I just saw a picture of somebody weighing 1,000 pounds.
Thank God I'm not there.
I just alienated a section of our listeners. I'm sorry, guys.
What the fuck?
Some people are going to get offended by me saying that.
Can I see the picture?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you on Skype right now.
All right, beautiful. All right, let's see here. Holy son of a bitch. Is that even possible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want some of that Poontang pie?
Can you find the Poontang pie on that?
I think you might be able to find several. That's coming from a fat guy.
All right, Al. I'll send you this picture off air because we're getting ready to wrap up here. This will this will get a much better picture in your head. All right, guys. So this is going to do it for us here on Main Event Madness. Thank you for taking a part of your Thursday evening to listen to us rant and rave and ramble on incoherently for literally no reason at all. Definitely check with our Facebook page, facebook.com/ facebook.com/ Main Event Madness. Like I said, Wrestling's Rope Break should be back tomorrow night. Check their Facebook page out, facebook.com/ Wrestling's Rope Break, to find out if indeed they are coming back tomorrow. I probably should have looked at that because they very well could have something on there about it, and I just never looked. I'm hoping and I'm doing what I can. I want to try to get an interview for you guys next week to listen to. Maybe Al can do this one. Oh, okay. So actually, check that. It is official. They announced it a little while ago. Wrestling's Rope Break will be back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern. And they said to expect a blend of new segments, a new structure, plus some of their old favorites thrown in there for the hell of it. So,
hey, you there?
Yep.
You ever watched the show Everybody Loves Raymond?
Mm-hmm.
You know the twin kids, the boys?
Mm-hmm.
One of them, according to Rooters or Riders, whatever the hell that website is, you know that famous one?
Mm-hmm.
Killed himself. Only 19 years old.
That's unfortunate. You know what's not unfortunate, to try to cheer it up a little bit?
What?
Fucking Full House is coming back.
I still can't believe it, but you know what? It's kind of conflicting because the Olsen twins had no idea about it. So I don't know if it's real, fake, or what.
No, it's
John
legit.
Stamos confirmed it, but
John Stamos is like producing or directing it.
Yeah, but the Olsen twins have no fucking idea about it. So I was
They're pretty much probably too busy on crack right now.
Back to the Ric Flair thing. I'm sorry. Remember when Ric Flair retired from the WWE?
And they had one of the most amazing. Yeah, they had one of the most amazing segments in the history of Monday Night Raw.
All right. Well, I love Yahoo.com because Yahoo, like I always say, it knows who you are pretty much, and it gets all your favorite stories put together.
Okay.
This is the headline, and I'm not even going to click on it, but it says Ric Flair didn't break his WWE retirement clause because, and I quote, it wasn't like I was working in TNA. So what the fuck was he doing in TNA? So he said he didn't break his retirement clause because he really didn't work in TNA.
He was basically a slave.
Basically, he's losing his fucking mind.
Pretty much. But, guys, we'll be back.
The Dolphins signed Craig Jennings.
Yes.
You know.
You're a couple days late on that, buddy.
No, I'm fucking with you because I really don't.
Oh, not Greg Jennings. Yeah, didn't they?
Yeah, we signed him yesterday.
Yeah, like I said, you're a couple days late on that. Stick around for a second after the show. But like I said, that's gonna do it for us, guys. We'll be back next Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully on time this week. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to get to. Follow me on Twitter at John MEM Radio. Follow Al at.
That's my cue, folks.
Follow Al at Alfonso M. Merriman. Guys, thank you for listening tonight. God willing, we'll see you back in next week. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. We are out of here. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for joining us. Miss a part or all of today's show? No problem. Head over to MainEventMadness.com where you'll find today's show as well as every show in our history. So once again, for all of us here at Main Event Madness, I'm John Curry. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here next time. Have a good one, everybody. So long.